Price reporting from the Galt House. Please delete all of this.
No, that's the cold open. That's the
no.
That's the Price reporting from the Galt
Reporting
House.
from the Galt House.
Oh, okay. Well,
Back to you, Alex.
Okay.
Part of why that's so funny is because I used to listen to this comedian when I was little named Tim Hawkins.
No,
And-
everybody loves Tim.
Yeah. And he had this song that goes, it was like Dust in the Wind by Kansas, but it was a parody. He goes, someone broke wind. And I thought it was so funny. I laughed for hours at that.
Breaking wind. What a phrase.
What a great phrase.
We're going.
Yeah, we're going.
This is the podcast.
This is yeah.
it.
Hey guys, this is
How do
CALcast.
you do?
CALcast off the grid. Was that
off
was
the
that what
grid.
did Matthew Rocco say that?
Hours.
CALcast
Probably.
off the grid. Did he say that in our episode?
I feel like he did.
This is Aaron Price. You've seen him before, but not in his casual attire.
Got the glasses.
Here's Zach
Changed his
Drury.
skin.
Zach, this is a this is a preview of Zach because he's gonna be on later in another date. But we're gonna record for a few minutes just to
On location.
on location.
On location.
This is I have this mic. I don't know how it's performing, but hi.
Nice, yeah.
Okay, so
I guess this would be episode 4 now, technically.
we'll call it 3.5. It's not a full
It's
episode.
gonna say 4 in the title. But
Okay, never mind.
So this is episode 4.
yes.
This is episode 4. We're at KUNA.
Yeah.
It's a fun time.
Let's give a little rundown of what KUNA is.
We're gonna do a sync test.
It's a little
Okay,
late, but
there we go.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so these boys, it's their first KUNA.
It is.
It's my third. Makes me
Nice.
feel old. Except people who come to 7 KUNAs. What is that garbage?
Yeah, they started like middle school.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, anyway, so KUNA, your whole like Y club at school represents 1+ countries. If you're small enough, you just have 1 country. If you have a lot of people, you might have like 3 or 4 countries. So we have 3 countries, and basically you come and you sit in like sessions and you essentially pretend like you're in the UN and you're representing that country and you're voting on resolutions as if you're somebody from that country. And you can write resolutions and present them based on what your country cares about. You can do Security Council and do really stupid stuff.
Yeah.
You can do ICJ.
Just,
and
just as a
More on
preview.
that in later in the video. We're
Yeah,
gonna
it's
be at
pretty
school
crazy
with
stuff.
Alex because he's dumb and didn't want to be in here.
We'll recap with some of the
Security
things that
Council is pretty
got passed in
great.
Security Council.
I could have done Security Council, and then
That's gonna be
I
a
was
fun time.
sick and it all stayed, so I had to quit.
Bad
Big L.
choice. Being sick is a bad choice.
That,
Bad choice.
that's right.
Bad
It's
choice.
bad
Definitely
choice.
a
Never-
choice.
We're
Never be
banning,
sick.
We're banning
Just never
being
be
sick,
sick.
anyways.
Yeah, that's a little. You'll get that
Little
reference later.
preview.
Yeah.
So that's KUNA.
Yeah.
Boys, how do you feel about your first KUNA?
Zach?
Honestly, like, I mean, compared to the KYA, which is a whole nother story. I think the first day was definitely better, with all the cultural displays and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But
Really?
Overall,
I kind of like the second day.
yeah, the second day was good.
Once I knew what
just-
it was, I
Yeah,
You're
but like
also-
once you go to KYA, you'll realize, like, just the way it happens. There's less just listening to people talking. It's more getting involved and stuff.
I didn't go to KYA.
Yeah.
I missed the opportunity.
Your all's first, so you didn't go to KYA, so you don't have the experience of both, but your all's first KUNA kind of sucks because nobody came.
Yeah.
We all thought we couldn't come.
Yeah.
So there's just like 4 of us that actually came for like out of our group of band people. And so you all didn't get really the full experience with everybody because
Full
like
memeage.
with like Matthew and David, It's
Yeah, like
so much better.
KYA was so much better.
Exactly. So it's not really. It's kind of not fair to compare the two this year.
Yeah.
I would say comparing them next year would be more fair comparison.
We'll definitely need to get more people.
I definitely like KUNA more than
shedding on
KYA.
The Pillow?
Pillow. Whatever.
Did you say Pillow?
Sorry about my dialect, Matthew.
What is your phone
What is
doing?
happening to my phone? Oh.
Oh yeah, we had some fun times last night. I was the only one awake. This is the third time I've said this.
I feel like
but,
it's the 15th.
Yeah, 15th time telling this story.
It's a funny story.
Get ready for it. Get ready.
So Zach slept in that bed on his own because Alex is in a different room. He moved. And then Aaron and I were in this bed, and Aaron, hold on. In the middle of the night, I just hear.
Please turn the audio all the way up for that part.
I hear that, and then his retainer, at least one of them, I don't know if both of them were out or not, but they were off of his teeth, and then his breathing turned from, breathing to...
Yeah, so,
it was so loud.
At night, when I put in my retainer, I'm just chilling. I always have to be doing something with my hands, so I'll be in bed, watching something on my phone. So instead of doing something with my hands, I, play with my retainer in my mouth. So I'll, pop it off my teeth, and I'll just sit there and, it sounds like that if I'm breathing with it out, just, in the middle of my mouth. So apparently I did that while I was asleep.
Subconsciously.
It was subconscious retainer breathing.
Breathing?
Breathing.
That's the title of this episode, Subconscious Retainer Breathing. Breathing, sorry.
Breathing.
It has to be breathing. It has to be breathing.
Alright, well, we were gonna FaceTime Isaac? Well, I mean...
We could do that too. He was supposed to come.
He's probably asleep.
But he didn't turn in his money on time, so he got deleted.
That's why our co-host is not here, because he's late.
Weak.
But we were gonna FaceTime Alex, but he said that there's naughty music in his room, so...
That sounds about right.
Loud, naughty music, even though I don't hear
I bet
anything.
I could, it's... Actually, never mind. I'm not even going to go into that. It's definitely, a playlist of just, songs that are...
Naughty?
Meme songs, but they're,
They're naughty.
Every single lyric is explicit. Every single word of it is explicit.
So... One thing that we did, we have these cultural display things where you basically choose one or more of the countries that you're representing and build a thing in an allotted space that shows the culture of that country, more or less.
So basically,
we
really
had
racist booths.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. It's as stereotypical as you can get.
But yeah, Ireland had leprechauns and they were doing bar tricks and stuff.
Yeah. And French had did they have baguettes there? I can't.
Yeah,
but they were dressed in black and white stripes. Had the
all
what's
Italians,
that hat called? The
beret.
Beret. Yeah. That's it.
All the Italians were just priests, and their entire
there was a monk.
No, that was Vatican City, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Vatican.
Oh,
City.
That's right. It was Vatican City.
Which makes a little more sense.
Okay, that makes sense. That's true.
Yeah, there was a guy dressed as the Pope.
The display was just the Basilica of St. Peter.
With the Pope inside.
Honestly, it was impressive.
It was nice.
Our countries were Russia, Cuba, and
Cambodia.
And ours was mainly focused on Russia because we had a tent, and on the inside was the tomb of Vladimir Lenin.
Because if you don't know, the Russians, when Lenin died, they decided to, hey, let's preserve his body. So he's 90% chemicals now, and he still looks real, which is really creepy.
Well, he is real.
Well, yeah, but he still looks alive.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's creepy. Yeah, it looks like he's just sleeping in there.
Yeah, so you can go visit it. Yeah. Just if you go to Russia. Yeah. So we decided it would be funny to do that. So JP he gets a bald cap and he just lays there the whole time for like 3 hours.
Yeah. There's like we had to or Cooper Jordan had to feed him a hot dog.
Yeah,
like, so
while he was
eat.
sitting there just feeding him a hot dog.
Yeah, and people were like touching him.
Yeah.
I was standing there every time someone would take a picture because it was dark in there. Their flash would go off. I'd be like, "No flash photography."
Well, this one girl comes up and she's like, "Is this a real guy?" And I said,
Is this
I
a
was
real
standing
guy?
I was standing
We
right
brought
next
in
to his
a
head.
fake person.
A lot of people thought that, and so I was standing next to his head. I was like, "Yeah," and she just looks at him and she just starts poking his eye.
I
and then she
I
poked
remember
his
that.
mouth, and she was just like poking him. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? She just walked out, and then I leaned down to JP. I was like, what just happened? He was like, I don't know, but I really had to stop myself from sucker punching her.
the thing I don't understand about that is JP has so much hair. The bald cap didn't cover it all, so you can obviously see
Yeah.
it was a guy wearing a bald
Right,
cap.
it clearly was.
Yeah.
And it was so we had music, cultural music playing through a speaker, and every time the cultural.
So basically,
we had rah.
Yeah, Rasputin.
It was basically Rasputin, the Russian national anthem, and then random Cuban songs. And that was it.
That's
And every time the Russian national anthem would go on, we literally
we would stand
we
there
held
the whole
up,
time,
we saluted
saluting.
for like 5 minutes.
That's the thumbnail.
That is the thumbnail. It was he did it for the full 5 minutes. Zach
I
and
did it for the full
We
5
had to
minutes.
push through.
Right.
Imagine, okay,
These
put your
boys
arm
were
up
weak.
like this right now,
do it.
and look at the little timer, whatever in the
Hold
bottom.
it for 5
Hold it for 5 minutes and
It's
see
all
how
the
you
next
feel.
5 minutes.
You know
Stand
what?
up
You
to
know
it
what,
to
boys?
make it more authentic.
You all don't have to keep your arms up in marching band.
What?
Oh
like
yeah,
we do.
horns up.
So-
That's true.
That's
We
where
just
it
have
comes
to.
from.
You're
hold
more
sticks.
used to
I'm not gonna lie, it hurt so
It
bad.
does.
Like at the end of the first one, it was painful, and then I went up on the second one. And I just
Now,
I
if you had
bite
to,
down.
if you had to carry a 30-pound weight on the front of you,
I'm not look. I'm not
hoisted by your back.
Look, I'm not saying I have it
Then-
worse than you. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that's why I can do.
yeah,
it.
I'm just saying it's two different skill sets.
It's very different skill sets. That's fair.
Also, I just noticed on your finger, is that like a blister from playing the bass?
Yeah. So in jazz band, like if you okay, so I don't have a pickup or anything, so I don't have an amp, and it's a jazz band, so I have to be
So you
really
gotta be
loud.
very
so
loud.
it's just constant like hard plucking. And so one day in
that
jazz
sucks.
band, since Sam isn't going to Disney, I have to play all of the charts. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I was just like blasting, and by the end of it, I had a huge blister. And so basically, when you have a blister, because this happens like every other week,
Yeah.
you have to wait for it to not be painful when you touch it anymore, and then you can just
Oh, please do not.
rip off the
Do
thick skin.
not.
Which
Oh.
people always tell me, they're like, just leave it and it'll callus over and it'll be fine. But then I leave it there and it calluses over, and then about 2 seconds later, gone. It doesn't stick around. But I just got to pick up, and I'm going to be installing it like Wednesday.
Nice.
So
Nice.
hopefully,
I remember one time
I
in
won't be
like
killing
seventh.
myself
This is gonna be really underwhelming compared to what you said. But in like 7th grade, we played Somewhere Over the Rainbow,
Oh,
and we had to like pluck it all or whatever.
Oh.
And yeah, my fingers got very red and I got a few blisters.
my sister said one time, either during
It's
practice, during rehearsal, or maybe one of the concerts for jazz band, she was doing it. She had a blood blister, but like she had to play.
Yeah.
And it popped while she was playing, so her strings like got bloody while she's playing, and she's trying to like play around the hole in her finger. Ugh.
That happened
That's
to me
not a good time.
at band camp this year. I don't know why, but I got a
Oh
bunch
yeah,
of
he got a
blisters.
bunch of blisters.
Yeah.
Blood blisters are a bad
Did you
time.
get any on your feet?
Not this year.
Last year. It's
Last
like the
year-
first year
your
you
first
always
year
do.
you get like 200 blisters on your feet. It
It's
sucks.
awful.
Okay, maybe you do. I have not.
Yeah, because
I
we
do.
weigh like 30 pounds more.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Well, I didn't. I weighed like 10 pounds more because I was first
Because you're a
base.
little baby base.
But I'm just heavy in general.
You're a large man.
I'm a large man.
No disputing.
My feet extend past where the mic is.
This is where my feet stop. And that's where it is going. And you're like
Well, I'm leaning as well.
I'm a
so.
tall boy, and you're. Oh, that's
A
true.
taller
you're
boy.
down here.
You're a tall.
taller
You're a
boy.
tall, lanky boy.
I'm a lanky. You're.
Lanky. Spanky.
You look a little bit more proportional than I do.
I just imagine, you know that video of like, I don't even know what it's from, but it's like the thing where they're like the ghost hunting like camera filter where it's like green, and there's that really
Night
weird
vision.
Yeah,
that like,
I know what you're talking
no
about.
that like long creature that comes through the window with like the
I
open
think-
mouth
I
and
think I
like
know
really
what you're
long.
talking
I've
like,
probably
arms.
seen this. I can't.
That's
think of it
you.
at the moment.
Nice. Play that clip. Play it.
I'll try to find it unless
Roll tape.
roll tape. Anything else that we should talk about, Kuna?
I don't know. I feel like I want to save it for the meat. Of
People are really cringy to us, but
yeah.
Depending on your political stance, you might really like them. So,
True.
To me, I cringe a lot.
I feel like we shouldn't go into that.
We will
Just-
not.
that's
We will not
not-
go into it. I'll just say that a lot of people have a lot of different political
Into
opinions.
a TurboTax.
And it could make you cringe depending on how you-
generally cringe at the other side of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are.
It's a pretty funny time, honestly.
It is pretty funny.
As long as you don't get too involved, because if you get involved, then you just get emotional, and nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, it's true. If you get involved in the right ways, though, like memeage.
Exactly. If you
Memeage.
just chill
Memeage.
and if you just make fun of everybody, it's fine.
Yeah.
Is this the right message we're sending to the
No.
Cal viewers?
Look, anybody
Not at
who's
all.
thinking about going to KUNA and watching this,
Just
you're not going to be one of those Y kids who's
That's true.
my life and soul are in this organization. Okay, so make fun of people. Do that. You'll have more fun. You
respectfully
can't-
make fun of
You
people.
can't join late and then try to act like you care about it this much because it's just too late. You either join 6th grade and you do 7 years of or you join in high school and you go, this is dumb, but it's funny.
Oh yes. Okay.
Highly suggested.
It is. If you get people you know to join, it's a fun time.
Yes. Make sure you're.
Otherwise,
not
like
just-
if you're alone, I'm not gonna speak for everyone, but if you're alone, it's
It's
probably
it's
not
less
gonna be
fun.
fun.
Yeah, it wouldn't be very fun.
Yeah.
You gotta have enough people going to where you're not worried about being alone in like a summit or committee.
Which I mean, like,
Because they split you up so many times,
split
like
you
in
up a
different
lot.
groups so much, you have to have like at least one person in each one.
Yeah.
and like, if you're watching this, you probably go to Cal, so there's gonna be people that.
If you don't go
Go.
to Cal, I don't know why you're watching about a podcast about some other school.
But thanks,
Unless you're-
thanks. Yeah, if you're watching from a different school or.
Hello,
anyone-
welcome to Cal.
Hello.
This is Cal.
This
We
is
are the
Christian
students
Academy.
of Cal.
We have hotel rooms at Cal. Yeah.
Special bathrooms where you can vape all day long.
Isn't
What
that
is a
like
vape?
any high school?
What is a vape?
What is a
I have
vape?
That's right. I forgot this is Cal.
I have
We
heard
don't-
multiple people
we don't know about
overdosing
sin
on that.
here.
The only jewels I've heard of are on necklaces.
That's right.
Got him.
Got 'em. Okay. It's 11:53. We've been recording for 18 minutes. Yeah,
That's a good portion.
that is, especially considering we're gonna be
Having another.
Yeah, we're having another session so that Alex can be. But it will be at school because
So let's. Never. I was gonna say let's do a cringy transition to. Let's teleport into the school.
Back to you at school,
I'm
Alex.
Back to you at Christian Academy.